And welcome to Kevin Long Park final for the Division 1 final between GranaghBallingarry and Dromin Athlacca. Sean Hannon of KIldimo is the referee. Lovely day, a bit foggy here in Feenagh, and it should be an intriguing game between the divisional champions of the West and the divisional champions of the South. A big crowd here, the GranaghBallingarry team getting their photos taken and their players selected. In goals, Conor McQueen from Ballyguyle, the full back line. Mark Tierney of Coolross, Kevin Carroll of Coolross and Brian Fitzgerald of Kilmacow. The half-back line, John Carroll, Coolross, centre half-back David Clancy from Ballingarry and Darragh O'Grady from Ballingarry as well. Centre of the field, Bat Haney from Derryclaw and parting Bat Haney is Brian Kendi. The half-forward line, Dennis Noonan, Kilmore, Owen Kendi, Ballyclaw, Nemo O'Connor of Ballyguyle. And then the full forward line, Owen Chalk of Granagh, Kevin O'Connor of the Commons and Jim O'Keefe of Ballyguyle. We see the Dromin Athlacca teams that fought being taken down there for the observer and the leader, and GranaghBallingarry huddled close together. Interesting statistic with the 1971 team. Jim O'Keefe is a son playing, Owen and Brian Kendi, Neil Dunworth, Liam O'Connor, Brian Fitzgerald, David O'Keefe and Brian Cagney, and Owen Chalk's father as well, Mike, was playing also. The referee, Sean Hannon, tossing the coin. GranaghBallingarry seem to have won the toss, and any moment now the big game will be on. We see the far off side of the field, the fog lifting here in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh. It was a very, very foggy morning. Half an hour ago people thought the game would be played, and Sean Hannon from KIldimo in the centre of the field, and we see the midfield pairings there for GranaghBallingarry. Art Hanley wearing the yellow helmet with Brian Kennedy, and then for Dromin Athlacca we see the midfield pairings of Owen Benson, part in the middle of the field there by Oisin Liston. Great atmosphere here in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh. Kevin Long, an outstanding gale for Feenagh, gave Trojan service to the Feenagh club, and any moment now the big game will be on. Will it be GranaghBallingarry, Denise Barr written on the jerseys to make up an 8-year lapse? Last year in 1983 or 1993, Cormac McCarthy was the captain of the GranaghBallingarry side on that occasion, nudging off the ball. Great atmosphere before the game is thrown, or the ball is thrown in. The referee, Sean Hannon, checking his watch. We don't know, is it metric or digital or euro, as he's throwing the ball. First to break away at Dromin Athlacca down to the centre there. Michael Cummeen making an angle for himself, and then dispossessed momentarily. Staying right there in the centre of the field, and they're coming there is that half-back line. The half-back is fouled, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. Foul there to Stephen Hayes, and GranaghBallingarry, or Dromin Athlacca, get the opening free of the game. The game about 48 seconds old. The free to be taken by wearing number 14, Donald Walsh, the captain, but playing in the centre back position. Donald to take this one, he'll try to engineer an early score for Dromin Athlacca. Dromin Athlacca, who were beaten by Knockany in the county senior quarter or intermediate quarter final. Knockany are contesting the replayed quarter final next Sunday. Ball dropping to the edge of the square, coming out and trying to get it out there and battling for it. Dromin Athlacca, Bat Hanley hit down and coming back again, and David Clancy going for it. David Clancy being fouled, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. The inter-county star being fouled, and GranaghBallingarry get their opening free of the game. David Clancy to take it himself, wearing the number 6, playing in the central back position. Got him two outstanding goals against Adair in the under-21 final here, or quarter-final here, in semi-final in Feenagh a few weeks ago. Adair today playing in their county final against Patrick's Well. Will they bring that elusive title to Adair? In less than 3 hours from now we'll know, but we're here in Feenagh, and county titles are worrying us in the Premier Minor Hurling Division. Fog there, we can see it again, difficult for the players' visibility had at the moment, as trying to get it there is their corner forward. Their corner forward there is Liam O'Connor. Liam O'Connor making an angle for himself, dispossessed momentarily, coming very, very near the sideline, trying to be kept in play then for offside of the field. Is it gone out over the sideline? It's still kept in play then by the midfielder. The midfielder is Oisin Liston. Oisin Liston down to the corner then. GranaghBallingarry defence very, very agile, very, very quick, and Bat Haney gets the ball. Bat Haney, who had such an outstanding game in the West final against Newcastle West, flicks it down into the corner, trying to engineer a score, trying to get it there is Liam O'Connor battling for it, and the Dromin Athlacca defence very, very strong and trying to clear their lines again, clear it out to the centre of the field. Getting it there is Michael Cummeen, the strong man of the Dromin Athlacca forwards. Was he fouled? No, so they're free, and GranaghBallingarry edge back into another attack, trying to get the early scores in the opening stages. Great chance for their first point of the game. Battling for it there is their corner forward. Their corner forward is Jim O'Keefe. Going to the ground there, is there a free? No, so they're free, and battling out for it then of the Dromin Athlacca backs, coming very near the side, and there is a free for GranaghBallingarry. Chance for their opening point of the game. The free about 20 metres from the goal to our right. Owen Chalk to take the free. His father associated with the team 30 years ago. Mike Chalk associated with Camogie and GranaghBallingarry. Own chalk. It looks simple from here, but it's very easy to score from the sideline. Drive it high, but gone over the in-line, and the umpire to our right waves it wide. So the first wide of the game for GranaghBallingarry. Dromin Athlacca to take their first puck out, and Tiernan Ryan to take it. Tiernan Ryan, we see Donny Callahan's farm on the far off side of the field. There, Donny, biggest farmer around the Feenagh district, has driven out there as Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan Ryan right into the centre, setting up another Dromin Athlacca attack. Trying to get to there, Owen Kennedy. Owen Kennedy, come hurler, come footballer, gone 10, 20, 30 metres far offside the field. The ball seemed to go off a stick. A line ball there on the far offside of the field, and it was hooshed off a stick, was a line ball for GranaghBallingarry. GranaghBallingarry playing very, very well in the opening stages, but would love to have scores on the scoreboard. Scores at the premium here in Kevin Long Park and Feenagh. Owen Chalk to take this one. Owen Chalk placing the ball with care and precision. Looking up, or is it a free? Free, said the referee. And Owen Chalk will try this one, try to drive it over the bar. Bending, lifting, striking, dropping high in from our angle, dropping over the inline. And these could be costly misses before the game is over. Dropping over the inline and dropping wide. Second wide of the game from a scoreable position for GranaghBallingarry. Tiernan Ryan to take the puck out. The youthful Tiernan played under 14, under 12 with Dromin Athlacca, driving this ball right through the centre, trying to find that danger man, Michael Comeen. The ball batted down, well held there in the air. Good work there by the danger man, Michael Comeen, gone 10, 20, 30 metres. Harris there by John Carroll, and it's gone. Is that a foul? Or did he overcarry the ball? The referee, Sean Hannon, very strict in overcarrying, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. David Clancy to take it. David Clancy there, we just see him down to our left, the visibility improving. David drive it well up the wing, trying to set up another attack in motion. GranaghBallingarry with two wide so far. They're coming again, and coming there's Owen Kennedy Harris from behind, dispossessed from behind, trying to get dig again, and then this time blocked down, bat handy half block it down there to the centre, coming very, very near the sideline. Is gone over the sideline. John Carroll battling for it there, and there appears to be a line ball for, is it Dromin Athlacca? Dromin Athlacca gone out over the sideline, said the linesman here in front of us. To take it is Stephen Ryan. Stephen Ryan, or is it Donald Walsh, the captain, coming up to cut this one? Then driving forward again. Played with Charleville, CBS Charleville, the home of hurling in the home of come out here on the edge of the square. Is there a score coming up now? So David Clancy, and David Clancy playing very, very well in the half back line. Got 10, 20 metres with the ball. Looks left, looks right, and then turns defence into attack, going into the centre forward again, trying to set up another attack, driving down there, waiting for the breaking ball. Is on Kennedy. Will the breaking ball come out to Owen Kennedy? Getting the breaking ball, half tackled the first time, trying to get it steady as the second time, drive it down to the edge of the square, backs and forwards battling for it, dropping over the inline, and Ballingarry's third wide. Lots of possession, but no scores on the scoreboard. The scoreboard reads no score for Dromin Athlacca, no score for GranaghBallingarry, and about 6 minutes gone in the opening half. The custodian, Tiernan Ryan, to take the puck out. Tiernan Ryan, versatile custodian, would love to win a county title. Tiernan getting great length into the puck out. Drive it to the far off side of the field. Ball being lost there, whipped into the centre. And Dromin Athlacca win themselves a free in the person of Barinian to take, or will it be Donald Walsh to take the free? Donald to take it, trying to exert his influence in this game. Donald Walsh drive it down into the edge of the square. Great chance for Dromin Athlacca to get their opening score. Dropping the ball very near the inline. Backs and forwards battling for it there. David Clancy waiting for his fullback, and the fullback in question is Kevin Carroll. Kevin Carroll drive it out to the side of the field. The race on here for possession. Quick off the mat there. Hefty challenge there among the Dromin Athlacca players. On the halfback, and the halfback is Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes drop it into the edge of the square. Then backs and forwards battling for it. Stalemate around the GranaghBallingarry square, trying to get it out there. And the GranaghBallingarry backs regaining their composure, try to avoid fouling there. Darrow Grade in centre. Brian Fitzgerald wearing number 4, clearing it very, very near the sideline, trying to keep it in play, then being batted down. Dromin Athlacca improving the last few minutes, coming near the sideline. Is there a line ball? No, so the linesman flicked across there into the centre to there. Donald Walsh again trying a long distance shot, speculative shot at the edge of the square. There's a chance here for the opening score. Had to get it up here in the condition. Here's a goal coming up, both just gone very near the sideline, trying to keep it in play as the custodian there. Conor Mulqueen lets it go to over the sideline and over the inline and wide. About 7.5 minutes gone in the opening half. No score so far. At low scoring game here at Kevin Long Park, Feenagh. GranaghBallingarry hoping to be successful. Dromin Athlacca, they've had great battles in the past. Their rival mentors urging on their teams. Conor O'Keefe, the manager of GranaghBallingarry, and then the selectors Neil McCarthy, Eddie O'Brien, Mike Carroll, Peter Dunworth, and then Breda O'Keefe with the first aid. Breed O'Keefe has done Trojan work for GranaghBallingarry down through the years, and Conor O'Keefe's mother Nan won a West Sports Star Award 3 years ago for her Trojan service. In the centre of the field, Hanley battling for it there, surrounded by 4 players, showing great tenacity there and get hit up. Difficulty the first time, pulling the second time, getting again the second time. Harrison behind, working there and coming back for the breaking ball. Appeared to be fouled, no, so the referee, it's won there by Owen Kennedy. It's coming forward again. GranaghBallingarry another attack, pulled there by Liam O'Connor, but Liam O'Connor is dispossessed and going down to the side of the field. Backs and forwards racing for it, and then the strong man of Dromin Athlacca there is there, number 12, Owen O'Leary. Owen O'Leary getting down to the corner, then ball batted out again and trying to get out as the halfback. The question is John Carroll. John Carroll dispossessed. Is there a score coming up for? No, says David Clancy. Great stick work by Clancy, the inter-county minor star. Drive it down, setting up another GranaghBallingarry attack. Battling for it there is Shane Kinney. Not Shane Kinney, but Dennis Noonan, and also battling for it is Jim O'Keefe. But GranaghBallingarry kid Dromin Athlacca into another attack. Great chance here to get their opening score, but Clancy is the man that stalled. Dromin Athlacca attacked it. Was he deemed to have fouled his opponent on that occasion? Yes, said the referee Sean Hannon of KIldimo, and it's a free for Dromin Athlacca. A chance for Owen O'Leary to get their opening score. Owen O'Leary wearing number 12. About 10 minutes gone in the opening half. No score so far. Owen O'Leary with the green helmet. Deep in concentration. Chance to put Dromin Athlacca into the lead. Owen O'Leary was very, very accurate in the South final. Will this prove to be an exception today? Driving it high and driving it long and driving it over the bar for the opening score of the game. 1 point for Dromin Athlacca. No score for GranaghBallingarry. So Dromin Athlacca into an opening lead in low scoring county final. Custodian Conor Mulqueen. His brother about 6 years ago was in the Donkey Derby in Ballingarry. They said he was the best man that was ever seen in the Donkey Derby. As Conor Mulqueen preparing to take this one. Conor drive it to the far off side of the field, going very near the sideline, trying to keep it in play, breaking there in the centre, pulled in there by the midfielder Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy pull it down towards the full forward to Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor battling for it. Kevin O'Connor fouled, and it's a GranaghBallingarry free. Taking this one is Bat Hanley, or will Bat Hanley let it to Owen Kennedy? GranaghBallingarry have missed 3 scoreable opportunities. No, instead it's David Clancy, the centre back, coming down to take it. Great electric atmosphere here in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh. Seamus Lawden of Dromin Athlacca, we see him the far off side, checking the official list of the teams as David Clancy, the wide stance of Clancy, about 11 minutes gone, trying to get the opening score for his team. Drive it, long ball dropping, oh, danger there in the goal mouth. Is there a goal coming up here? Trying to get it there is Owen Kennedy. Owen Kennedy, difficulty getting up, making an angle for himself, trying to speculative shot from an awkward angle, dropping over the in-line, and is there a score? Still GranaghBallingarry trying to keep it in square, and Owen Chalk has a great chance to score here. Shot blocked down, smothered by the Dromin Athlacca backs, and they rescue the safety again, and it's gone out for a 65. 65. Owen Chalk injured, limping there, looking for attention from the sideline. Con Keefe, he played with the Limerick, the Golden Oldies in their game against Tipperary after the under-21 game against the final in Thurles. Wide stance of David Clancy, bending, lifting, striking, an opportunity for a score. Dropping it over, and so it's flicked out again. Pandemonium, gone over the in-line and gone wide. Another chance after come on of Jim O'Keefe, and with a blue helmet gone out for GranaghBallingarry. Heavy a litany of wides, and we're not midway through the opening half of this game. 1 point so far, scored by Owen O'Leary from a free. It's driven out this time by Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan Ryan right through the centre, dropping it there into the centre, and good work there by Dromin Athlacca again. Is that Harrison trying to get it as the halfback is Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes setting up another Dromin Athlacca attack down to the corner there, coming off his line there, good work by David Clancy, picking up the breaking ball. Great free in the game by Clancy. Harrison behind, driving it forward again down to the corner. Then is that a free there? Yes, said the referee. Another free for GranaghBallingarry. Foul there, and Kevin O'Connor roaming away out from the goal line. And a chance here for Bat Hanley to drive over. This one was man the match in the West final against Newcastle West. He'll save the trophy he got, or the trophy, the winnings he got below the Homestead Barden, two and a follower. Chris Keating, the owner of the Homestead, bought a white heifer Nebby Fides there for £385, but Bat Hanley is as far from that. His mind is far from the white heifer. Drive it high, drop it edge of the squares, go over the in-line and wide. Dennis Noonan there had a gilt-edge opportunity of driving the ball to the back of the net, but it's not GranaghBallingarry's day so far. Things could prove different from now on, but no scoring for very nearly midway through the opening half. 1 point for Dromin Athlacca, no score for GranaghBallingarry. Driven out again by Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan Ryan to this side of the field. Backs and forwards battling for it. Got there by Owen Kennedy, the strong, powerful figure of Owen Kennedy, the captain leading by example, but he's dispossessed there. And it's good work there by the Dromin Athlacca defence, and they're trying to foul the Stephen Ryan. Dromin Athlacca defence, very, very solid. Hunting, chasing in packs, and the ball is brought further for dissent by referee Sean Hannon from KIldimo. Chance for Owen O'Leary to get the second point of the game. Bending, lifting, striking, dropping it in towards the edge of the square. Danger around the goal mouth. Batted out then again by the fullback. The fullback is Kevin Caddle. Kevin Caddle to the side of the field. Being whipped up there by Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy making an angle for himself. Good work by Brian Kennedy. The pass has gone down again and trying to set up as he fouled. Fouled, said the referee. Late tackle. We thought he might allow the advantage, but the referee is nearer to the action. This is the fog is clearing over Feenagh. Jim Long told us that the fog would clear about 12:15. It is now 14 minutes past 12, and Jim's he should be in the Met Office with RTE in Dublin, as driven out by David Clancy. David Clancy driving it forward again, setting up another GranaghBallingarry attack, going very, very near the inline. Good work there by the half hour. The half hour there is Dennis Stone. Dennis Stone flicking down to Jim O'Keefe. Jim O'Keefe, a chance of a point. A magical score by Jim O'Keefe. Dennis Noonan at the free by David Clancy. Down into Dennis Noonan. Dennis Noonan to Jim O'Keefe, and the teams are level. A point each midway through the opening half. Dromin Athlacca have yet to score from play. They got 1 point from a free from Owen O'Leary, and Jim O'Keefe responding back, and the teams are level. It could make an exciting finale to the opening quarter. Trying to get to there. Dromin Athlacca on the counter attack again. Good work there, physically very, very strong. Hefty challenge there. Is there a free? Free to the referee. Late tackle there, and a free for Dromin Athlacca. Dromin Athlacca chance to get their second point. Sharpshooter Owen O'Leary will be asked to change when we see Dunnigan's Feenagh there. Great known for the seat before they had the Toyota different point each, the sponsors of the scoreboard here in Feenagh. Kevin Longpart, Owen O'Leary from an acute angle, just gone the halfway through the first half. Owen O'Leary drop it high, looking very good from this angle. Dropping, the goal! A goal! It dropping the sun there, and the sun the eyes of Conor Mulqueen, and that ball, Vincent Kiley, the umpire to our left, waving the green flag for the first goal of the game. Could this be a great break for Dromin Athlacca as that ball went into the back of the net? And Dromin Athlacca will savour that goal, a lucky goal, perhaps against the run of play, but games are won, you take your scores. Hat break for GranaghBallingarry. That a goal behind at this stage. A goal and a point to will Dromin Athlacca consolidate their position. Hat pulling there in the centre. The breaking ball comes down to the side of the field. Pulled there again by the half forward Michael Cummeen. Michael Cummeen getting into the centre, waiting for the breaking ball coming out there. Is there full forward to us is Stephen Ryan. Stephen Ryan making an angle for himself on 10-20 metres with the ball. Harrison behind. Good work by Battani dispossession. And then by his midfielder partner Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy driving well there. GranaghBallingarry improving for offside the field, trying to set up another score. It's time, but Dromin Athlacca coming out again, trying to clear their lines as GranaghBallingarry know well they want to get a score before the interval. Then pulling there, and there is Dennis Noonan and Jim O'Keefe taking the action, coming very near the side. And is there a foul? Free, said the referee. Dromin Athlacca backs, prone to fouling, and there's a chance for GranaghBallingarry to get their second point of the opening half. Bat handy to take it. Their first point was a beautiful strike from an acute angle by Jim O'Keefe. It was up the right wing, and Dennis Noonan provided the pass, and Jim O'Keefe provided the score. Bat handy, the glare of fog and mist right into his eyes, difficult even from our angle to see the post. Bat preparing to take this shot about 42 metres out from the goal now right. Bat lifting, striking, drop it to the edge of the square, backs and forwards battling for it. The ball breaking very near the inline, and the GranaghBallingarry forwards seem to be in the small square, and Sean Hannon has no hesitation but a point for a free out for Dromin Athlacca. Free to be taken by Brian Kelleher, their fullback. Strong, sterling figure of the fullback. Or is it Stephen Ryan who's playing fullback? Stephen Ryan driving it for offside the field. Backs and forwards battling for it there. Stalemate in the middle of the field. Trying to get it up there is Owen Chalk. Owen Chalk is fouled, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. A goal and a point to 1 point. Very near, about 18 minutes gone in the opening half. David Clancy to take it. White stance with Dinny's bar written on the jersey. Sponsored by Dinny Hannon, formerly Knockhan, now GranaghBallingarry. David Clancy down to the edge of the square. Dromin Athlacca backs very vigilant there. The custodian there, Tiernan Ryan, goes down to his knees. And is there a goal coming up? Oh, just over. Is there a free? Free, said the referee. And it appears to be, or is it 65? The 65. Would he throw in the ball? It's a matter. Have to see from our angle the fog, but it appears as he's throwing in the ball. Backs and forwards are backing for it in. And the closing 12 minutes of the opening half. GranaghBallingarry trying to come back into the game. Dromin Athlacca trying to consolidate their position of goal and a point to 1 point, driven out again by Dromin Athlacca. Cindy up another attack, driven down there to the centre. Dromin Athlacca forwards moving there, but that had a staying time by the GranaghBallingarry backs. Hannon gets it into the centre, trying to find it there. Great feeding there by Stephen Ryan. Stephen Ryan gone 10-20 metres, or not Stephen Ryan, but Donald Walsh. Donald Walsh, the captain, into hefty challenge there for offside the field, very near the sideline, trying to be kept in play. Get it up there again, whip it in the forward is Owen Chalk. Owen Chalk drive it forward, setting up another GranaghBallingarry attack, going very, very near the in-line, gone over the in-line and gone wide. Wide's the story of GranaghBallingarry's opening half. They have about 7 wide struck so far, as Dromin Athlacca making them most of the minimum of opportunities, coming down to the centre there, battling for it there and trying to get his own O'Leary. Owen O'Leary in the thick of the action. Ball coming back into Michael Cunningham, the strong figure of Cunningham, gone 10-20 metres with the ball, dropping it across, setting up another attack. This is good work by Dromin Athlacca. Bat Hannon reading the game very, very well. Holding it, driving it up into the left, trying to set up Jim O'Keefe and Dennis Noonan, but Dromin Athlacca backs Villager there is coming down again, and ball going hither and thither. Going for it there is Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy, did he foul his opponent or was he fouled himself? It appeared from our angle that he was fouled himself, and it appears to be a GranaghBallingarry free. The scoreboard reads 1 point, 1 goal, 1 point for Dromin Athlacca, 1 point for GranaghBallingarry, a low scoring county final. And the ball to be driven out by David Clancy. David Clancy taking his time, knows his team hadn't playing the hurling that they're capable of playing. David putting the slit on the ground and coming up then with the command and looking up and try to drive this one right through the centre. Or is there a player down injured? Or is David just taking a breather? He's putting his hand up his forehead. It looks from our angle that he's going to drive it this time, and this could be a good one. Low ball instead, drive it right through the centre, try and set up another attack, going through the centre to Owen Kennedy, the powerful Owen, surging forward, sending the pass in there to the corner, trying to set up at the half forward there is Dennis Noonan. Dennis Noonan trying a speculative shot, but the custodian there comes, and Tiernan Ryan will surely be the toast of Dromin Athlacca if they'll win this county final. But it's caught there by the vigilant Batan in the middle of the field, gone into hefty challenge, foul, didn't get the advantage. And a chance for GranaghBallingarry to get their second point of the opening half. About over 20 minutes gone, 10 minutes to go. Or the referee allowed the advantage. Bartani tries a shot, but over the in-line and wide. So 1 goal and 1 point with Dromin Athlacca. GranaghBallingarry have the lion's share of possession, but only 1 point on the scoreboard. And Tiernan Ryan drying the sliotar, have misty underfoot conditions, and we can see the haze there in the background. And Dinia said he celebrated his birthday earlier in the year, and he's enjoying every moment of this county final. Driven down there by Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan Ryan into the centre. Great feeding there by Michael Cummeen. Michael Cummeen sets up an attack. This is a promising move by Dromin Athlacca there, trying to be David Clancy coming in there. David Clancy get it. Good work by Clancy, reading the ball well, and Clancy turning defence into attack for outside the field, going very, very near the sideline, trying to be kept in play. Whooshed on further there by the full forward Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor making an angle for himself, driving across into the centre, and there's a chance of another score coming up for GranaghBallingarry, but no, so the Dromin Athlacca defence battling for it there and coming out very, very tight half back line. Shot half blocked down, trying to make an angle for himself is his own Chalk. His shot going very, very near the in-line, being kept in play there by Brian Kelleher. Brian Kelleher, long relieving clearance for offside the field. Great chance for Dromin Athlacca to get their second point. Shot in the grip of the Comoa, down into Michael Cummeen. Michael Cummeen lets it there for Owen O'Leary. Owen O'Leary difficult to get hit up down to Michael Cummeen. Michael Cummeen then making angle for himself. Good work by Michael Cummeen. Near one through across to Owen O'Leary. Great chance for Owen O'Leary to get the second point of the half. High ball, dropping, high and dropping, well and dropping over the bar. The best score of the half. Owen O'Leary from Michael Cummeen. Great interplay between them. And the scoreboard, 1 goal and 2 points for Dromin Athlacca, 1 point for GranaghBallingarry. Ball driven out by the custodian, Conor McQueen. Dromin Athlacca seem to be in trouble at this stage. Will they get a score before the interval? Going right through the centre there, and John Carroll half hooked the first time, trying to get to the second time. Owen Kennedy batting for it. Owen Kennedy very near the sideline. Then pulling for dear life, it's near the sideline, trying to get up there is Stephen Hayes. He has the ball out of the sideline now, it's coming there in the far off wing and trying to set up another shot there. Is driving hard and just over the in-line and wide. GranaghBallingarry, if they shot half their shots over the bar the first half, they'd be in the lead at this stage, but unfortunately they're just tailing wide of the target. And people who have come to Kevin Long Park for many years said the scoring goal is the goal nearer to the village, the goal to our left. Will they be proved right in the second half? Tiernan Ryan to take it. Tiernan Ryan taking his time. About 6 minutes to go to the half-time break. Tian and Ryan driving this one. A goal and 2 points to 1 point. Right into the centre. Ball dropping there, coming down again to the half hour. The half hour, the question is Dennis Stone. Dennis Stone got 10, 20, 30 minutes with the ball. Invites the challenge, then tries to regain possession. And then flicking across the centre. Good regaining possession then. Flicking across then and getting the ball into the edge of the square. Chance here for GranaghBallingarry to get another score. And there Jim O'Keefe flicking around. Is that a goal? Could be a ball. Stalemate at the edge of the square. Backs and forwards batting for it. And trying to get it out there. Dromin Athlacca there. And there again, their composure. And Dromin Athlacca full back line, very, very good, and playing there, gone 10, 20, 30 metres with the ball. Is there Stephen Ryan drive it very near the sideline. It's gone over the sideline. GranaghBallingarry are claiming it's a GranaghBallingarry ball. Dromin Athlacca are saying it's a Dromin Athlacca ball. From our angle it appeared to be a Dromin Athlacca ball. Crowd in the Blaine Cagney has come on the team, come for the injured Owen Chalk, and Blaine Cagney has played very well for GranaghBallingarry on underage, and it's been taken this time by Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes drive it right over the centre, trying to get it there, and coming out with it is good work there in the centre by the cornerback. The cornerback is Brian Fitzgerald. Brian Fitzgerald drive it near the sideline, and kept in there in the centre play, field by Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy across to Owen Kennedy. Owen Kennedy, it's a good move by GranaghBallingarry. Owen Kennedy drive it down very near the inline, but unfortunately over the inline and wide. They claim that Billy the Smith O'Connor was associated with the team in 71. The blacksmith would come in football to straighten the legs, but I know what would he do in hurling. And it's coming down to this to David Clancy. David Clancy winning the ball in mid-air. Great work by Clancy, the centre back, leading by example. Try to pump it up the side of the field. Trying to get it there is Jim O'Keefe. Is Jim O'Keefe fouled? Appeared to be fouled, and it's a free from GranaghBallingarry. Dennis Doonan there watching, and a chance to get their second point of the half. Bat Hanley will take this one. Fouled in his goal, what for as we're nearing the closing 5 minutes of the opening half. A goal and 2 points to a point. The fog lifting and excitement here at Kevin Long Park, Feenagh, GranaghBallingarry with big support. Dromin Athlacca with big support. Bat Hanley taking this one. Looking good from our angle. Dropping high and dropping well and dropping over the bar. Just a solitary goal between the teams. A goal and 2 points to 2 points. And 4 minutes remain in the opening half. Ball coming out again, poked out fairly quickly. Dromin Athlacca looking for another score before the interval. Ball dropping down towards the edge of the square. Trying to get there is the cornerback. The cornerback is Martini. Martini driving out a little bit as Dromin Athlacca trying to get another score. Dropping across the edge of the square. Conor McQueen holding it. Conor McQueen catching it. And Conor McQueen driving it out to the side of the field. Trying to get there. Whipped up there to GranaghBallingarry. Dromin Athlacca stick very near the side and line ball for GranaghBallingarry. Great save. Piece of goalkeeping there by Conor McQueen as we're a goal and 2 points to 2 points, just a solitary goal between them in the low scoring first half. 21st of October, nearly the tail end of autumn, approaching the long winter. The old time is coming in next Saturday night. We have the new time today as to be taken there. The line ball cut is it by Matt Tierney with the red helmet. Or John Carroll, the half-back. John Carroll with the red helmet, cutting this one. Cut it right into the centre, flicked on further there and trying to get it in a Dromin Athlacca again in the person of Stephen Hayes, playing very, very well in the half-back line. Stephen Hayes in around the corner, and good work there by Kevin Carroll, the full-back. The full-back drive, setting up another attack into the centre there as Dromin Athlacca looking for that elusive score before the interval. Midfielders Bat Hanley and Brian Kennedy in the thick of the action, battling for it, still battling for it, trying to get it out in and get it there as Owen Kennedy. Owen Kennedy flicking across there to the centre, pulling on there, the pass is half intercepted, coming down to the side of the field, trying to get it there as David Clancy. Did David Clancy foul his opposite opponent? David Clancy doesn't like that. Shows his disgust. His name will go into the little red book of the referee, and it's a free for Dromin Athlacca. A goal and 2 points to 2 points. About 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to the half-time whistle. David Clancy there thought it should be a free for GranaghBallingarry, but Sean Hannon the KIldimo showing the little yellow card. If he'll get the red card, it will be disaster, but knowing David's discipline, after getting the yellow card, he won't be very, very careful from now on. The ball brought further in for descent, and a chance for Dromin Athlacca, and top sharpshooter Owen O'Leary has scored 2 points so far. He's got the goal as well. The goal came from a free to take this one and give him a 4-point advantage at the interval. About 2 minutes of normal playing time, injury time at the discretion of the referee. From our viewpoint, there was very little injuries in the first half. Owen O'Leary, great chance of his third point from drive it high, dropping well and dropping over the bar. So it's a goal and 3 points to 2 points. Conor McQueen with the puck out, drive it right to the far offside of the field, and it's gone over the at the line there in the far offside. Or is it just sounding for the half-time whistle? The half-time whistle Referee Sean Hannon right in the spot. The half-time score, 1 goal and 3 points for Dromin Athlacca and 2 points for GranaghBallingarry. And the second half just on. Will GranaghBallingarry fight back in the early stage of the second half? Bat Hanley with a chance to get his second point of the game. GranaghBallingarry's third. Long shot from Bat Hanley, dropping high and dropping over the bar, deflected over the bar. A great start to the second half from GranaghBallingarry, about 16 seconds old. And the score now, 1 goal and 3 points for Dromin Athlacca, 3 points for GranaghBallingarry. A solitary goal between the teams. The Tiernan Ryan, the custodian for Dromin Athlacca, prepared to puck this one out, puck it out to the far off side of the field. GranaghBallingarry got a great pep talk at the interval. Look at a rejuvenated side in the start of the second half. And another attack here, trying to set it up there and pulling in it there is Dennis Dolan. Dennis Dolan still battling for it along with Jim O'Keefe. Jim O'Keefe trying to win the battle. The ball cleared out by the Dromin Athlacca defence. Batted down there to the centre again. Bat Hanley, hefty challenge there. Still battling for dear life. Bat for offside the field, going for it there and trying to get up. Then is there a halfback? The halfback in question is John Carroll. John Carroll, speculative shot into the edge of the square, batted out again into the centre. Standard of hurling the second half, and it's only less than all is much higher than the first half. Dromin Athlacca coming the attack again, trying to go 10, 20, 30 metres with the ball, very near the sideline. Both sides are appealing for the ball. It's gone off there, and the linesman says it's a GranaghBallingarry ball. GranaghBallingarry, we see John Lynch there, one of the twin Lynches there, watching the game with great excitement. Is GranaghBallingarry, as the free from there near the sideline, free for Dromin Athlacca, driven back there by Michael Comine, given back to the halfback. The halfback is Michael Kelleher. Michael Kelleher to take this one. Or is it a sideline ball? Have to see from all angles. Sideline ball, cutting up very, very near the side, trying to keep it in play again. And good work by David Clancy. David Clancy, a strong figure. Clancy wearing number 6 in the centre back position. Oh, hefty challenge there. And full forward Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor, knowing his resilience, he will not be easily put down. Kevin going to the edge of the square as a referee. He's warning there and bringing the ball further for descent. And a chance for Bat Hanley to get his third point of the game. And GranaghBallingarry's fourth. Bat Hanley to take it. Bat there taking great care and precision as the name of a Dromin Athlacca player. They're going to the notebook. Sean Hannon will possibly issue the yellow card there to Donald Walsh, the captain. Bat Hanley to take this one. A goal and 3 points to 3 points. GranaghBallingarry 1 point to show for in the second half. And Dromin Athlacca have yet to score. Lifting, striking, sending it high, going well and going over the bar. The umpire toe right there waving the flag, and now there are 2 points between the games. The 4 point deficit at the interval now cut down to 2 as we can see on the scoreboard. 1 goal and 3 for Dromin Athlacca, 4 points for GranaghBallingarry. Coming to the centre again, backs and forwards backing for it. Dromin Athlacca trying to come back on top. Hefty challenge there in the middle of the field and it's a foul challenge to the referee by Brian Kennedy, and it's a free for Dromin Athlacca. Dromin Athlacca free to be taken, trying to get a score. We can see the Hayes there to the goal now, right in Kevin Long Park and Feenagh. Will Dromin Athlacca score at will in the second half as the ball gone over very near the line, gone over the line and gone wide. A goal and 3 to 4 points. Custodian there, Conor Mulqueen to take the puck out, and we see the youthful Martini playing the cornerback position, Darragh O'Grady in the half-back line, and Blaine Cagney, just 15. They have 3 more years in minor ranks as the ball is driven out there to the far offside of the field. Dromin Athlacca in the attack again. Dromin Athlacca improving there. Good work there by the halfback. The halfback there's John Carroll. John Carroll very near the sideline. Trying to harass there by Dennis Noonan. Good harassing by Noonan. But it's driven across the edge of the square. Backs and forwards battling for there. Is there a score coming up for Dromin Athlacca? The full forward there. Get hit there. A chance to go through. Passing is looking for a goal. And driving low. Plumbing ball over the in line. It's gone for a 65. It appeared to be touched by GranaghBallingarry stick at the final moment. It's all let off there for GranaghBallingarry as Dromin Athlacca had a chance of a goal. But then that 65. The 65 will be taken possibly by Owen O'Leary, or will it be by Donald Walsh? The captain take it. Will try a point from this angle. Drive it in. Long distance shot, dropping the edge of the square. Backs and forwards battling for it again. It's gone very, very near the sideline. Coming out there is the cornerback. The cornerback is Brian Fitzgerald. Good work by Brian Fitzgerald. Gone 10, 20, 30 metres with the ball. Drive it very, very near the sideline. Trying to be kept in play there. And it's a free there for Dromin Athlacca. Strike there, and half back there is fouled again. There's Stephen Hayes, possibly one of their best players in the half back line. Chance for Dromin Athlacca to get their opening score of the second half. Owen O'Leary to take it. Well within Owen's reach as he drives the slither. urging the GranaghBallingarry players to move back a little. Deep in concentration. Driving it high, the ball tailing the last moment, tailing over the line, tailing wide. So GranaghBallingarry had difficulty the first. They were inaccurate the opening half, and Dromin Athlacca in the second half. As I said, the scoring goal is the goal to our left, as Conor McQueen knows that GranaghBallingarry are in with this game with a great chance. The brother of Shane McQueen, Kieran McQueen, who have given Trojan, and Aidan McQueen, who have given Trojan service to GranaghBallingarry. Down into the centre, handy battling for it in the thick of the action, trying to get up Harris by 1 man, 2 men, and then Dromin Athlacca come up again to try and set up another attack. Stalemate there in the middle of the field, ball driven out to the side of the field, driven out to the halfback Stephen Hayes battling for it very near the sideline. GranaghBallingarry appealing for it as Dromin Athlacca set up another attack. It's still gone out, and the referee there right in the spot, and the linesman waves his flag, and it's a line ball. Placing the ball where the ball went out. Line ball for GranaghBallingarry. And inter-county star David Clancy preparing to take this one. 2 points between the teams, a goal and 3 to 4 points. GranaghBallingarry are Dromin Athlacca yet to score in the second half. David Clancy looking up, driving it well, sent right through the centre, trying to set up another attack, and there's a foul there, and it's a foul on Owen Kindy going down there, injured in that tackle. And Battani has a chance to cut the deficit to solitary point. Owen Kindy resumes his place, running into the half-hour position, wearing number 11. There, Dromin Athlacca player waving the hurley as Battani taking this one. Drive it in, dropping the edge of the square, trying to be kept in play, but out over the in-line and wide. Good work there by Jim O'Keefe, trying to keep it in play, but the sun has eyes, and still 2 points between the teams. About 5 minutes gone in the second half. The custodian, Tiernan Ryan, to drive this one out. Tiernan Ryan, drive it right through the centre, ball dropping in the middle of the field. Ball being batted down there by Owen Kennedy, or by coming forward again, setting up another attack. This is a good movement by Dromin Athlacca. Difficulty getting up the ball on the greasy surface. Driven forward again towards the edge of the square. Ball dropping down, backs and forwards batting for it there. Watching vigilant there is Martini, only 15 years of age. Martini going out there to the halfback, and John Carroll driving up into the side of the field. John Carroll down again, and Dromin Athlacca there. 2 players there waiting for it. The shot is half blocked down, and GranaghBallingarry blocked down by Battani. Is the Harrison there is the sub. Blaine Cagney as well. Blaine Cagney in the thick of the action, very near the sideline, and trying to get up there is Blaine Cagney again. And is he getting the free, or is there a line ball? We see Davy O'Keefe there on the far off side of the field. All the Minters huddled closely together and trying to get the line ball there for GranaghBallingarry, told by the Seamus Lawden to put it back. Seamus Lawden telling them where to place the ball. There's a referee and linesman, and driven there by John Carroll. John Carroll cutting it very well down near the sideline again, trying to keep it in play. There is Owen Kindy, great run surge forward by Owen, 10, 20, 30 metres of the ball, inviting the challenge, but he's shrugged off the challenge, then dispossessed momentarily, trying to get up a second time, making an angle for himself. Will float this one across the edge of the square. Is there a goal coming up? Backs and forwards dropping it in. Oh, just got there by the custodian. Was the custodian foul? Yes, a free there, a foul there, and Tiernan Ryan. It could have very easily been a goal. And there, Jim O'Keefe pleading his innocence as he was deemed to be in the small square, as the full let off there for Dromin Athlacca, driven out there by Brian Kelleher into the centre of the field, back on the attack again, and they're trying to get this Kevin O'Connor probing shot the edge of the square, ball batted out again, and the batted ball comes down to the centre, coming there to Owen Kindy making an entrance, gone 10, 20, 30 metres the ball, and it's fouled, and Dinia applauds the centre forward. Dinia says that GranaghBallingarry are going to win this county title. Prophetic words from the man from Knockane, based in GranaghBallingarry. And Denny says that he'd love to see him winning a county title at that minor ranks. If they won a county title in minor ranks, lots of these are underage for the next 3 years. And as we said at the outset, that include Martini, Blaine Cagney, and Darragh O'Grady and Kevin O'Connor, with plenty of hurling left to them. Battani from an awkward angle is the score, a solitary point. Oh, it's just Doe we spoke too soon. It just went tailed off, and Vincent Kiley there waved that one over the inline. So GranaghBallingarry still 2 points adrift. Dromin Athlacca just keeping their composure, and 8 minutes gone the second half as Tiernan Ryan prepared to puck out this one. Sun shining brightly here. We have the county final on the finals on the Gaelic grounds between Desmonds and Kilmallock in the minor, and Patrick's well in the in the senior, but our mind is far away from the Gaelic grounds at the moment. It's in the ball there, driven dry. Oisin from Tiernan down into the corners, hat pulling there, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. Brian Fitzgerald there appeared to be fouled, and it's a free to be taken by David Clancy. Good work by Brian Fitzgerald in the corner for back position, playing his hat out there and hoping to win a county title. David Clancy to take this one. 2 points between the teams. A goal and 3 to 4 points. It's David Clancy driving this one right up the wing, trying to set up another attack, coming into the forward then and going to Owen Kindy. Good work by Owen Kindy, shotting the grip in the hurley down to the edge of the square, trying to set up another attack, battling for it there and trying to get out there. Good work by the full forward, Kevin O'Connor, Battani still battling for it. Kevin O'Connor, Battani battling for it, also battling for it is Dennis Newman. Ball coming out momentarily, Battani trying an inspirational shot, going high and going well, and it's gone over the bar. That was the best score of the second half. Picked it up then, worked hard for it, and just now a solitary point between the teams, and the one-way game of the first half now is an exciting contest as 10 minutes gone the second half, driven by the custodian Tiernan Ryan for offside the field. Well won there by the half-back, driven in by Brian Kindy trying to find the corner forward. Jim O'Keefe battling for it, very near the sideline, trying to be kept in play. David Clancy then turning defence into attack down for offside, setting up another GranaghBallingarry attack, battling for theirs and trying to get into the centre. Their stalemate is coming off there. Brian Kindy battling for it. Brian Kindy hooshing his opponent, and it appears to be a free for Dromin Athlacca. 10 minutes gone in the second half. A solitary point between the teams. 1 goal and 3 points for Dromin Athlacca. 5 points for GranaghBallingarry. Yes, GranaghBallingarry, therefore their points were scored by Bat Handy, and then the opening point by Jim O'Keefe. And all Dromin Athlacca scored by their half forward Owen O'Leary. Ball driven out again. Exciting stuff here at Granagh in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh, as it's batting, then coming back again. Dromin Athlacca trying to set up another attack. This is their best chance to score for the second half. Gone 10, 20, 30 minutes with the ball by the centre forward there by Donald Walsh or Michael Comeen. Drive it forward again instead of goal coming up the edge of the square. Off the corner back there off Brian Fitzgerald, and Brian Fitzgerald keeping his side well, and Conor McQueen, is he fouled or is there a 65? It appears from our angle that Conor McQueen was fouled. Good work grimacing there with pain, and Conor McQueen will take the free himself. His left hand, my left foot's at Christy Brown, my left hand's at Conor McQueen, and Conor McQueen prepared to take this one. Nearly 12 minutes gone the second half. Conor McQueen getting plenty of linked into this one. His side 1 point in arrears. Dromin Athlacca haven't scored yet in the second half. Battani coming forward for it, pulled in there by the half back in question of Stephen Ryan forward again to the Dromin Athlacca. Good movement forward and trying to set up another attack, but good work there by the cornerback Matt Tierney. Or is it David Clancy going forward again. Great stick work by Clancy, and Clancy fouled in transit, and it's a GranaghBallingarry free. A point between the teams. A foul on David Clancy. The crowd for offside the field, savouring every moment of this county final. 1 point between the teams. 3 to 5 points. Can David Clancy will possibly lob this one to the edge of the square. What GranaghBallingarry wouldn't give to get a goal at this juncture in the game. The game about 12 minutes old, and the centre back taking great care. Forwards lining around the goal mouth, hoping to. Can David, knowing the way he plays, will possibly drive this one to the edge of the square? Is there a goal coming up? This is the big question here in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh. David Clancy drop it, whip it right to the edge of the square. Backs and forwards battling for it. Ball batted out again. Bat Hanley battling for it. But Dromin Athlacca resume and try to take control again. And good work there by their midfielder. The midfielder in question is Owen Benson. Setting up another attacking move. And Clancy is the stalwart of all. There in the back to Bat Hanley. Bat Hanley evades the tackle, evades the first time. The second time gets the advantage, and still going through and making an angle for himself, whipping the ball to the edge of the square, battling for it there, and cut by the custodian Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan gets this ball out. The clearance in such a very, very good one. Drop it to the edge of the square. Jim O'Keefe a great chance. Jim O'Keefe difficulty getting it up, whipped again, whipped away from Jim O'Keefe, coming out there, and it appears to be a Dromin Athlacca free. Yes, Dromin Athlacca holding on to their lead, and very near the opening quarter of the second half. The scoreboard 1 goal and 3 points to 5 points. A solitary point. Dromin Athlacca yet to score in the second half, taken there by Michael Comeen, a good long delivery by Michael Comeen for offside the field, setting up another attack, and it's good there to Donald Walsh. Donald Walsh can 10-20 metres with the ball, dispossessed momentarily, trying to regain possession. Ball breaks between them, and coming forward again. Is there a foul? Yes, the referee, and a free for Dromin Athlacca. Good work there by John Carroll, but over tenacious possibly, and a chance for Dromin Athlacca to get their first score of the second half. Owen O'Leary placing the ball. Kevin Carroll is rock solid in full back. Kevin Carroll playing very, very well since he's there in the full back position, and it's been taken in by the captain, Donald Walsh. We thought it was with Donald O'Leary, but he's switching the free takes in the second half. Donald Walsh taking this one, dropping the edge of the square, backs and forwards trying to keep it there. Oh, caught there by the custodian. Oh, gone over the inline and wide. Our hearts were beating for a moment. We thought there'd be a snap goal for Dromin Athlacca, but just GranaghBallingarry fortunate on that occasion, the ball going over the inline and gone wide. Conor Mulqueen to take it. Very nearly midway through the second half, a solitary point separating the teams. Who will win this county final? At this moment, a draw couldn't be written off. Very, very closely matched teams. Conor Mulqueen drive it right into the centre, dropping here to this side of the field, battling for it there and trying to get this Brian Kennedy. Brian Kennedy, the thick of the action. Ball coming back again, trying to get it up, difficulty in getting it up. Ball's going forward again, and there getting it then is the halfback for Dromin Athlacca's Michael Kelleher. Michael Kelleher drive it forward, setting up another attack. The ball breaking down. Dromin Athlacca improving the last few minutes, but back-handed dispossessed. Oh, hefty challenge there, and a free hefty challenge there in the midfielder, and a free for GranaghBallingarry. Possibly David Clancy will take this one. We're into the closing quarter of the second half. Even Kevin Long Park Feenagh, a solitary point separating the teams. I said the last time that David Clancy was taking the free with a goal result. No, the ball was cleared to safety by the Dromin Athlacca backs. David Clancy looking out now, vigilant forwards there at the edge of the square. Kevin O'Connor watching this ball coming in, and Clancy floats it high, dangerous probing ball to the edge of the square. Ball dropping in, then, and Kevin O'Connor get here. There's the half forward. Kevin O'Connor, oh, a goal! Dennis Noonan, I thought it was Kevin O'Connor. Dennis Noonan wearing number 10. A snap goal for GranaghBallingarry. A long delivery there by David Clancy, and Dennis Noonan pouncing in that, and the custodian half block it, but it went over the in line and taking the puck out very, very quick. So GranaghBallingarry are in the lead for the first time in the second half. 1 goal and 5 to 1 goal and 3. 2 while pulling there the other day, trying to get it there is on Kindy Harrison behind, pushing behind, but very near the sideline, and Dave O'Keefe trying to get it, and the linesman waves his tank. GranaghBallingarry appeared that the line ball was gone out before Dave O'Keefe got it. They're appealing for the line ball. Dromin Athlacca appealing for the line ball. We'll see what the linesman will do to our left. Just 2 points between the teams, a goal and 5. He waves it up, and it appears to be a Dromin Athlacca ball. A goal and 5 to goal and 3. And Dromin Athlacca badly wanting a score as we enter the closing quarter of the second half. GranaghBallingarry in the driving seat at the moment there. Dane Cagney being spoke to by the referee, possibly for dissent, getting the yellow card there, and the sideline cut to be taken. Referee telling players to cool it, that it's an exciting occasion, but then sport has been a winner, a very, very sporting game. The sideline cut, whipped right out over the sideline, and the people in the stand there, I see Mike Chalk there up in the stand, and it's flicked across there, a line ball for GranaghBallingarry. 2 points between the teams. And Bernie Chalk as well, Bernie who's done Trojan work with the Camogie Club down through the years, as GranaghBallingarry in the driving seat in the closing stages. Kevin O'Connor to take it. We thought Kevin got the goal. It was Dennis Noonan that got the goal. Dennis Noonan will treasure that goal for the rest of his boyhood years. And going forward there and trying to get it whipped across the edge of the square. Is there another goal coming up? No, over the inline and wide. So 2 points between the teams, a goal and 5 to a goal and 3. Will that goal inspire GranaghBallingarry to victory? It's driven out there by Tiernan Ryan. Tiernan Ryan to the far offside the field, trying to set up another attack, but Bathany gets it. Hassled from behind, Harriet from behind, going right through the centre. Then a good pass into the corner. Then go to Owen Kindy. Owen Kindy, go! Hefty challenge on Owen Kindy there, and it's a free for GranaghBallingarry. Owen Kindy fouled and passed by Bart Hanley, and Owen Kindy will need treatment from this, and they're coming in from the sideline. It's a free. The referee will possibly stop the play for a minute or two, and then a free. Conkeefe very anxious, looking there, hoping that his centre forward is all right, and the crowd in the grandstand savouring every moment of this historic county final. They were here at 10 to 12. They were here at a quarter to 12. Some of them were here at half 11. Some of them thought when they were here that the fog was so dense when they came that the final wouldn't be played at all. They're anxious. Dan Hanley looking there, anxious eyes in the GranaghBallingarry supporters. Conor O'Keefe still anxious, knowing that Owen Kindy got a hefty challenge and will possibly switch on to the corner forward. Bart Hanley take it, and the scoreboard, high and over the bar. And it's a goal and 6 to goal and 3. The scoreboard just being changed as we talk. And then we're into about 12 minutes left in the game. A solitary goal between the teams. Can Dromin Athlacca come back? Can GranaghBallingarry retain their their advantage. We should be in for a thrilling closing 10 minutes. Ball driven out quickly by Tiernan Ryan to the offside the field, pulling again. Dromin Athlacca now on the resilience. Back to Hanny, who's been the man the match for Ballingarry. Granagh-Ballingarry driving out this very near the sideline, trying to be kept in play there. Battling for dear life there, and trying to get it there is David O'Keefe. David O'Keefe, the youthful David O'Keefe, battling for it. And was he fouled? Yes, said the referee. Is a free for Granagh-Ballingarry. Dromin Athlacca backs 1-6 to 1-3. The scoreboard reads prone to fouling. 10 minutes left. Can Dromin Athlacca get a goal in the second half, or can Granagh-Ballingarry increase their lead to 4 points? An acute angle the far off side of the field. About 20 metres out from the goal now left. Bat handy to take it. He'll possibly swing it across the edge of the square. It would be very adventurous to get a score from this angle. The man who scored 5 points for Granagh-Ballingarry so far, their top scorer. An acute angle, nearly 20 minutes gone. Lofty it high and dropping over the bar. A magical point as the hand of Vincent Kiley goes up, and Granagh-Ballingarry increase their lead to goal and 7 points to goal and 3. 4 point advantage. Is that the insurance point? There could be Dromin Athlacca revival. The men from the south never died easily, and they're dropping it down again. They're not easy hit there. And Kevin Long Park Feenagh, ball dropping down the edge of the square, looking for their first score of the second half. Over 20 minutes gone. David Clancy kicks the ball very near the sideline. Has gone out over the sideline line. Ball for Dromin Athlacca. Ball to be taken by Stephen Hayes. Or is it Michael Kelleher? Michael Kelleher driving the ball back into the centre, setting up another attack. But the ball goes down right through the centre. Got there and cleared out by Battani in defence and attacking everywhere. And coming forward again, Dromin Athlacca. They're towering. Donald Walsh, the captain, leading by example. Was he fouled? Gets the advantage. Driven down to the edge of the square. Battling for it there and trying to get to his Brian Fitzgerald. Coming forward again. Dromin Athlacca making an angle for themselves. And coming and getting there is the halfback, John Carroll or David Clancy. Driving forward, setting up another attack. Sending it right into the centre. Battling for there in the centre and trying to get to this. Dromin Athlacca halfbacks into hefty challenge there. And working very well there is Blaine Cagney. Blaine Cagney dispossessing his opponent. Still Blaine Cagney harassing his opponent. And good work there as well by Kevin O'Connor coming out to the centre. Dromin Athlacca on the counter attack. Oh, no, they want to get a score quickly. David Clancy trying to get it. David Clancy shot is going down very, very near the end line. Trying to be kept in play. Whipped into play again to the centre. And the great standard hurling there the last few minutes of closing the 10 minutes to the county final. Coming to the centre there. Is there a foul? Darragh Grady playing for dear life. Darragh Grady, very youthful player, playing with great plum in the Granagh-Ballingarry backline. Coming there and getting there is the centre forward. The centre forward is Michael Comeen strong into hefty challenge there from Brian Fitzgerald, and then Comeen battling for it, still being harassed and trying to win the free. Will he win the free? And going for it there is Donald Walsh still into hefty challenge. There's a free for Dromin Athlacca. 22 minutes of the second half gone. The scoreboard 1 goal and 7 points for Granagh-Ballingarry, 1 goal and 3 for Dromin Athlacca. Dromin Athlacca, a cautionary word there to Kevin Carroll by the referee, Sean Hannon of KIldimo. Is he looking for the card? Yes, the card goes out in the sun here in Kevin Long Park Feenagh. A chance for their opening score of the second half to cut the deficit to a solitary goal. 1 goal and 7 points. That's a total of 10 points. 1 goal and 3 points. That's a total of 6 points. 4 points between the teams. And is it Owen O'Leary is to take this one? Pierce Moore angle had to see with the visibility with the fog. Owen O'Leary, who scored all. Dromin Athlacca scores in the first half. Should have no trouble with this one. Driving it high and driving it well and driving it over the bar. It had to be that more than 22 minutes of the second half have gone with Dromin Athlacca getting their opening score. There's just one solitary goal between the teams. A goal and 7 to a goal and 4. Can Dromin Athlacca come back and get that elusive goal as custodian Conor Mulqueen? Rival supporters urging on their teams. Great bantry, great atmosphere in the stand here in Kevin Long Park Feenagh. As driving out there is Conor Mulqueen to the side of the pitch, battling for it there and trying to get it there at Dromin Athlacca, battling very near the sideline, coming to Brian Kennedy, whooshy there near the sideline, whipped it then again and trying to keep hefty challenge there in the full forward, and Kevin O'Connor. It appeared from our angle it was a Granagh-Ballingarry ball, but the linesman is near to the action than we are, and Dromin Athlacca get the line ball. About 7 minutes left in the game. Can they get it to elusive goal? Just one solitary point is short for in the second half. A goal and 7 to a goal and 4. A goal between the teams. Stephen Hayes to take it. Stephen Hayes, a great man to cut a ball from the sideline. Will this prove any, or is he taking the free? I thought he should take the sideline cut. He was going to take the free. So Stephen said, thou shalt not take the free when you don't allow the free. And Stephen Hayes take the 11th commandment of the world and then drive it wild swing there. And John Lynch excited there as he pats his charge there in the back and urges on GranaghBallingarry to greater heights. David Clancy will possibly take the free. David Clancy, hurry, knowing that they're within closing distance and within 6 minutes of county glory, but still there's only solitary goal between them. David Clancy placing this one very near the sideline, still taking his time, looking up, and then the wide stance of the centre back. Drive it forward again. Good free by David Clancy, dropping down the edge of the square, very, very near the sideline. Dromin Athlacca trying to get out, trying to get there is the youthful man, David O'Keefe. David O'Keefe, his son, or his father, Davy O'Keefe, who's one of the best known referees in West Limerick in his heyday. Drive it the edge of the square, and then the small square, yes, says the referee. Has gone over the bar. Have to see, it has gone over the bar from our angle, and it's 1-8 there, driven by David O'Keefe, high and over the bar, and it's a goal and 8 points, 2 goal and 4 points between the teams. The score has gone up. The man, the scoreboard is a very vigilant scorekeeper, as it's gone up now at the side of the field, coming then and then trying to get that all-important goal. Great work there by Dennis Noonan. Dennis Noonan drives it down to the corner, trying to get it there in the corner is Jim O'Keefe. Jim O'Keefe battling for it then, along with is a Tiger Flynn that's in the team, and there Ty Flynn battling for a nephew of Dermot Flynn, who writes with the Cork Examiner. He said that Limerick are going to win the All-Ireland next year. Is that true or false? And coming into the corner then, to the Owen O'Leary. This is dangerous move by Dromin Athlacca. Owen O'Leary, they've opened up. Donald Walsh going right through. Donald Walsh, they tackling Donald Walsh is the goal coming up to Owen O'Leary. High probing ball the edge of the square. Backs and forwards battling for it. Is there a goal coming up and trying to keep it there? Snap shot and oh, the goal has come for Dromin Athlacca. I said was the goal coming up, and the umpire to our right waves it as it appears Owen O'Leary has driven that ball, or is it Paddy O'Brien to the back of the net? And now there's just a solitary point between the teams. They're saying, was it gone over the line? Was it not? Peter arguing there, but Peter, it appears from our angle they're very near the square, but the goal goes up and there's a point between the teams. 182-4, a solitary point. Can Dromin Athlacca come back from the draw? 4 points. Bathany get it again. Bathany drive it forward into the centre, trying to set up another attack there to the edge of the square, battling for dear life there in the edge of the square is Tyke Flynn battling for it. Was Tyke fouled, or was there a foul there as it's going the other way? And Kevin O'Connor, the foul is going the other way. It's a free for Dromin Athlacca. A solitary point between the teams. Are we going to have a draw in Kevin Long Park, Feenagh? Are we going to come back for another day? Shot one this time, driven down to the edge of the square, battling for it there for dear life is Tyke Flynn gone 10-20 metres at the ball. Also on the thick of the action is Jim O'Keefe and Ty. There a free, it appears from our angle as if there was, but the referee is nearer the action than we are, and this would be an invaluable free. A foul on Kevin O'Connor, the referee checking his watch. In our watch there are 3 minutes and 22.5 seconds left as this is the most vital free of his career. Bat Hanley, who scored 7 points is at 6 or 7, just had to keep track at the moment. Jim O'Keefe got 1 point, and then driven by Bathany, good and high and over the bar, but this could be the insurance point. A goal and 9 points to 2 goals and 4 points. That's 12 points to 10 points. Is there another score in the game as we're entering the final moments of this historic county final? Driven out there by Tiernan Ryan, driving it down lately. And Darrow O'Grady won a fantastic prize in the GAA competition recently. That's far from Darrow O'Grady's mind at the moment. Going through there at the moment is Donald Walsh. A danger for the GranaghBallingarry goal. Donald Walsh flick it forward there, and there comes Conor McQueen, but at the expense of a 65. The game is not over till the final whistle. And driving down there, and a chance for Dromin Athlacca. Will they be satisfied with the point? That would bring them 1 point in arrears, 1 goal and 9. Dinia exciting for offside, running as he never ran before, and 192-4, 2 points between the teams to take it there. Owen O'Leary, will Owen be satisfied with the point? Will he try to lob a goal? Dropping, high, dropping, long and dropping, good from our angle. It's gone over the bar and there's a point between the teams. A magical 65 from Owen O'Leary. A goal and 9 points to 2 goals and 5 points. Just a point between the teams. Conor McQueen there in the goal mouth, looking up for instructions. Told drive the ball long from the sideline. Driving the ball long from the sideline. Is the game all over? Yes, the game is all over here. The jubilant GranaghBallingarry there. the downhearted Dromin Athlacca 192-4. Dinny congratulating his team. All the mentors coming across there are 192-5. With the excitement, we've lost track of the score, but 1-9 is 12 points.
On behalf of the county board, I would like to thank two outstanding teams, Dromin Athlacca and GranaghBallingarry, for producing a classic. And before I say anything, I think both teams deserve a big bowl of us. Dromin Athlacca might consider themselves unlucky in the end, but overall, GranaghBallingarry, I counted 11 wides I shot in the first half, and I suppose the sun had a major bearing in the game. It was very hard to score in the goal down below, but Bat Hanley got it right in the second half when he pointed 7. And I think he was the inspirational figure behind GranaghBallingarry's comeback. Now, hurling was the winner today, an outstanding game between two great teams, and I'd like to congratulate Ballingarry. Dromin Athlacca won this trophy last year. It's 1993 since GranaghBallingarry won this trophy last. This is their 4th occasion winning it, and on that occasion, the captain was Cormac McCarthy and the manager was Con O'Keefe, and Con didn't get one day older since. So, congratulations to the Sean Hannon from KIldimo, the referee and his officials, and well done to Feenagh Kilmeady for having Kevin Long Park in spectacular form. And 'tis like a day in summer, even though we're going on for the start of winter. And Owen Kennedy, you were a proud captain. I know you have one hand there, but you were injured going through and you were fouled. And I think there was nothing nasty in the game. You played a captain part. On the behalf of the county board, I wish to present the trophy for 2001, the minor trophy.
Lads, it was a hard fought game, I suppose. A point is a killer against any other team. Like, Athlacca will be sick now. But sure, that's the way sport is. Sport is cruel. Ballingarry won nothing this year. So far. GranaghBallingarry, I'm sorry. But John feels proud to bring this cup home to the club. On behalf of the team, I'd like to thank Con Keefe for all his effort in the training. And the selectors, Eddie O'Brien, Mike Carroll, Niall McCarthy, Peter Dummert, and that's the selectors. Lads, you've been a great team throughout the year. We've had plenty of hard battles and draws and replays and wait and muck and tear. But we're finally here with a bit of silverware. So 3 cheers for Dromin Athlacca. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Thank you.